coming to the end of March, which means we are coming to the end of Women's History Month. It was International Women's Day earlier in the month on the 8th of March, and I thought I want to celebrate women.
I just feel like women.
I want to celebrate women in Women's History Month. I want to celebrate women every day. I kind of thought what I wanted to do is, I see a lot of those March favourites, you know, those type of videos. And there's nothing I love more than sitting and yapping about the things I like, the media I'm consuming, the media I'm enjoying, but putting a spin on it and talking about female media I'm enjoying. Oh my god, my brain is so big. So yeah, I thought I would run through today some of my favourite pieces of media that I've consumed recently that are all centering women or created by women as a fun little celebration of women. I have Miss Girl Miffy next to me, ready to go. Where should we start? Let's start with podcasts. I am a podcast girly. I love a podcast. 9 till 5 I'm listening to podcasts. Well, I'm not, but I wish I was. And the type of podcast I love the most, a chatty podcast. And who does chatty podcasts the best? Women. Too many men have podcasts nowadays. It's an epidemic. So my two favourite podcasts that I've been consuming recently are, one goes without saying, with Steffi and Wing. Guys, you need to know I have been there for time. Nobody's coming Harry. I can't. Like, I have been a Steffi and Wing listener for time, and it's been so lovely and inspiring seeing them grow and seeing their like podcasting journey. It's actually really cool. Recently started making moves in the YouTube space. No, I'm loving that YouTube era for them. Can't wait to see more. There's nothing I love more than a vlog. They dropped this like divine vlog where it's like their two perspectives kind of merged into like the same vlog. It was so cool, to be honest. I've really enjoyed that. No topic goes untouched. They just talk about everything so eloquently, and they're just both so funny, and it's just a brilliant podcast. Like, I'm always walking around, headphones in, giggling. I'm giggling down the street because these girls are yapping in my ears and they're just so funny. Everyone's looking at me like, God, what's she laughing at? They should know, as Steffi and Wing goes without saying. I think everyone should listen to them and everyone should know. So they're my current favourite podcast. But my second current favourite podcast, which I've actually only just started listening to recently, The Girls' Bathroom. Am I late to the game with this? By a long shot. Like, they've been around. They have been around and they are thriving, and they are so good. They are so entertaining. They are so funny as well. There's nothing I love more than funny women. Like, all women are so funny. I love the dilemma format of it all. I love women giving other women advice. I love how they dissect these dilemmas and think about it, but also keep it so lighthearted and funny while also trying to help people. The only thing I wish is that I started listening to them sooner, because I know they've done loads of tours, and I think if I'd known about you guys sooner, then I would have been sat in front row. Moving swiftly on, I only really listen to one other podcast and it's run by men. So we're moving swiftly on. Let's talk YouTubers. I'm a YouTube girly to my core. I need a video to watch while eating my dinner, and there are some girlies that I'd say are running my YouTube subscription page. And I think front and centre needs to be your internet mum Ash. Guys, if you don't know your internet mum Ash, then you need to get to know. If you love a movie commentary, a movie watch along, you need to look up this diva, and she is diva. She is so funny. Again, funny women. Women are so funny. She's also someone I've been watching for a long time. I love a movie commentary as it is. So a woman doing a movie commentary, oh, I'm sat. I think she painted herself green for her Wicked video. Like, that's commitment, and I am here for that. I think the highlights of her YouTube for me, the videos that I go back and watch, is when she watched the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, yeah, we were all sat. Okay, next up on the YouTuber roster, we have Amber Alexander of the Alexandra family. If you know, you know. Her recent video, I think, was her she had Josh Hutcherson whistle plastered up her walls, and she took it down, but she made a video out of it. Like, it was great. She knows how to entertain. Like, she gets a concept and she knows what to do with it. She's also someone I've been watching for a long time, which is kind of crazy. Like, I was watching you and enjoying you while you were here, and now you're up here and I'm watching and enjoying you still. That's crazy. That's so crazy. And I'm really enjoying her living in New York adventures post her graduation. It's been really cool to see her explore that. Okay, next up we have a slight shift in content. We've done a movie commentator, we've done a vlogger, and now we've got a video essayist. And the video essayist I've chosen is Miss Jordan Teresa, my UK queen. Yes, yes. Jordan Teresa does amazing video essays. I watched her Anora video essay because there's a lot of discourse around Anora, and I think she spoke about it and covered it very well. She has built up what she's saying and the point she's making so well, and it really feels like she leaves no stone unturned, and they're always just such interesting, engaging topics. So yeah, I really like sitting and watching her videos. It makes me feel productive, it makes me feel like I'm learning something. It's nice to engage in like those kind of discussions. So I think one thing she does is just create very interesting, nuanced arguments on trending social topics that allow you to get a lot of information on one space that you maybe wouldn't get if you were just scrolling and engaging in them briefly, and I really enjoy that. Okay, finally, this is an honourable mention really. It's a bit of a left field one, but this is my shout out to Yoga with Adrian. Yeah, you heard me right, Yoga with Adrian. Like, that's girly pop, that's bestie. She's just the perfect yoga instructor, and I had to mention her. Okay, keeping on with the YouTube-esque social media women of the moment, I have to mention my gamer girls. I need to talk about my Twitch girlies. Number one, I need to talk about Miss Meg Sounds Like Egg. Yeah.
Hello.
Meg, if you're watching this, nothing good I say about you is true. Miss Meg Sounds Like Egg is a primarily Valorant streamer on Twitch, and she is just so much fun. She is so engaging. She is ginger, so that's maybe she loses points for that. But no, on a real one, I think Meg is a really awesome creator. I think her streams are always a lot of fun. The way she engages with her community is really cool, and I respect her a lot because she never shies away from talking about complicated, complex topics. She is just always there to have a conversation, and she articulates herself so well about that, and nothing holds her to doing that. But Meg is always down to have these discussions, and I think that really helps her to stand apart from the crowd, and it just makes her really cool. But don't tell her I said that. Now, I didn't really watch many other people on Twitch, but I had to do special honourable mention for Miss taliamar. She was the first Twitch streamer I ever watched. I watched her subathon, and it was just a really fun time. She is, again, very cool, very engaging, very funny. It is just cool to see a woman gaming and having fun and being slay. So shout out her. Wanted to mention her. That's all. Most of this is just, oh, these are women I think are cool and I want to mention them. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So let's move on. On the vein of music, because taliamar is also an artist, I thought I'd give you 3 pop girlies. And these girlies are, in no particular order, Clairo, beabadoobee and chappell roan. So I've seen beabadoobee and Clairo in concert. Clairo was very recently. beabadoobee was last November, and I just really enjoy their music. I enjoy the art they put out there. Same with chappell roan. I think she is so cool, and I think the way she stands up also for what she believes in and how outspoken she is really refreshing and cool to see. So those are my pop girly mentions. Okay, next we are gonna jump from music to books. And I haven't read many female authors this year. Unfortunately, a lot of my modules have been male dominated. Okay, I'm just editing this now, and I wanted to add some more context that basically because of the nature of my degree, I study English literature. I'm doing my master's, and because of that, my reading in term time when I have my seminars is very much dictated by my course, by my modules. I don't really read for pleasure when I'm studying, which is why there not being many female authors on my modules and on my reading list means that I just haven't really read any female authors, which is a shame. They should change that. but that's just the way literature is sometimes. One person I did want to mention though was Isabella Hammad. So Isabella Hammad is a British Palestinian author. She has written Enter Ghost, Recognizing the Stranger, and also a novel called The Parisian, which I have yet to read. So Enter Ghost is a novel that centers a Palestinian British female protagonist who returns to Palestine and ends up starring in a Arabic version of Hamlet. It's all about finding herself, reconnecting with her Palestinian roots. It's also about resisting oppressive powers and the reality of living in Palestine. This was a book that I really loved and that really stuck with me that I've read recently. I would really recommend reading Enter Ghost. It is such an interesting, well-written, engaging novel, and it is also so relevant at the moment. Jumping from books to movies, we're gonna stick in the entertainment genre. So movies was one that I struggled with because I was thinking women, and the only thing coming to mind was, oh, Little Women. But I think because I've been thinking of Jo March saying, I think that women.
I just feel like women.
Like she famously said, I just think that women. Say it louder. So Little Women is definitely up there. It is a beautiful film about girlhood and sisterhood, and it is also directed by Greta Gerwig, so female director. Woohoo! But yeah, I was drawing a blank and I don't know why. Revoke my cinephile card. So I decided then to land on the rom-com genre as a whole. And I need you to stick with me for a second, because you might be thinking, what do you mean the rom-com genre as a whole? But I think the rom-com genre, or chick flicks, has often been looked down upon because they are for women, and I'm here to say no, I'm putting them in the spotlight. I love rom-coms. Like, rom-coms are girlhood and you can't tell me otherwise. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean just like a silly little movie about a girl falling in love? There is nothing more girlhood than that, and I hate the stigma that I've been surrounded by them of making them, oh, they're not good movies, they're rom-coms. No. So we're putting rom-coms back in the centre and I'm shining a light on them, and I'm saying rom-coms are amazing and I love them. Give me more. Okay, we're circling back to social media now. I follow so many TikTokers and I was like, I just can't pick one because I follow so many amazing female TikTokers and I don't know who to choose. But then one came up on my For You page and I thought, it's her time to shine. And this one TikToker was Miss Mads herself, Miss Crip and Dip. There's something so wholesome and heartwarming about how Mads talks about food and how she makes her food related content. Obviously, she kind of sprung to fame from her whole Carbs Before a Night Out is a Must series, which I think just speaks for itself in the way she talks about food and the way she centers it as such a positive thing, which I think is so important in today's day and age when diet culture, especially for women, often centers food as something negative. I think Mads has really made an impact by talking about it so positively. I think just the way her mind works as well, like, guys, I just love a food related video. I just really enjoy her content of, oh, she's making pickles. Yeah, I'm sad. And the way she just understands the flavours and she just talks about the flavours, like, I'm always in awe of, because that's not a skill that I have. So she's just someone whose content I really enjoy, and also someone that I think has had such a positive impact on women in general. That leads us on to finally the last category that I am going to speak about today, the creatives. I couldn't think of any other term to put these people under, and there's definitely, again, with all these categories, I could sit here and list so many people. This is not an exhaustive list, this is just people that sprung to the mind in the moment whose content I've been engaging with a lot recently. There's a lot more people that I'm just not mentioning, and I'll probably be editing this video and be like, oh my god, I forgot like XYZ, like I forgot Shirley down the road. And like, yeah, there's definitely people that I forgot that I will probably think in 5-10 days time, oh my god, I should have put them in here. But that's just the nature of having so many amazing female creators out there creating such interesting and unique and awesome and cool media. and we can't complain about that. So yeah, let's talk about the creatives. I was just sat here and I was thinking, I can't make this video without mentioning these people. Two of them, because they are on my wall. And I mean, just look at these beautiful prints. They're so gorgeous and women created them and they've stuck on my wall and I see them every day. How could I not mention them in this video? I see these every day and every day they bring me joy. And two beautiful women drew them. Like, I'm gonna mention it. They are right here next to me. I couldn't not mention them. And these are two artists. One being Miss Eggsdoodz, aka Erin. Now, if you don't know Miss Eggsdoodz, I will assume you live under a rock and you're just not on Instagram. Because how can you not know Eggsdoodz? I feel like everyone and their mum knows Eggsdoodz, and for good reason. She creates the most gorgeous art. There's always a lovely message on it. This one says, "The world is beautiful because you're in it." And my friend sent it to me. So it's very special, and it's a little cat hugging a teddy bear. Like, it's just so adorable. Oh my god, and also my very old phone case that has rubbed off is also Eggsdoodz, so clock it. The other person that I had to mention who is sitting right next to Eggsdoodz on two sides had to be the one and only Alice. Alice is also someone that I have followed for a very long time. She is very sweet, very lovely, and also extremely talented. I have once again consumed a lot of her art. I've bought a lot of her art because it brings me joy. And I also want to support a woman. So it's a win-win situation. Okay, editing me here because I just don't think I gave Alice her dues. Like, I love her art so much. It is so gorgeous. It is so whimsical and adorable. It involves cats a lot of the time. Like, it is just so cute and so good, and I just don't think I stress that enough. I've consumed and purchased so much of her art. I've purchased prints, I've purchased a calendar, I've purchased tote bags, and I've used those tote bags until they could tote bag no more. I've purchased stickers. Look at that little cat. Is that not adorable? But yeah, I just felt like I hadn't said enough about how much I really do enjoy her art, so I wanted to say some more. The final person I'm gonna mention today is, of course, Miss Mags Rags. Now, again, if you don't know who Mags Rags is, I don't believe you. I think if you don't know who Mags Rags is by name, you would know her by photos of her clothes that she has made. They float around Pinterest all the time. She is a visionary. Her clothes are so cool. Mark my words, one day I will own a piece of Mags Rags clothing. She just makes these gorgeous clothes and she sews in like alligators, Aperol spritzes, rats DJing. Name it, she's probably sewn it onto a tank top and it looks so fucking cool. It's my dream to one day own something Mags Rags, so I just had to mention her. And I think that concludes this very kooky, very random celebration of women March favourites video. I've been Tamsin, this has been Miffy. See you next time.